Hello. Someone says I talk so much about Africa, Africa rising, and Africa and all. And I'm saying, well, what's the alternative to Africa rising? Let's think about it. What really is the alternative? Are we going to be subservient in perpetuity? Why? Are we inferior in composition, or what? What is the basis for subservience? Doesn't make sense. We as Africans have our full faculties. We have understood and seen realities of how systems are built. We've seen how structures are built. We've seen how nations are built. We understand that if we put our act together, if we get our organization together, we can indeed surpass and exceed any limit that has been imposed upon us. We know that. We understand that, and we're seeing the reality of nation building, and we know that it just requires certain things to click. So imagine that those things click and then we're not ready. Look at it. So let's get ourselves ready such that when those things click, people talk about, oh, we cannot overcome corruption. Corruption is what is leading Africa not to thrive. Well, America had worse corruption levels or indexes than we have currently at a point in time, and they overcame it. So, what are we talking about? It's not impossible. People say, oh no, what we need is our democracy needs to be in order. I'm wondering, well, yeah, fantastic ideology. In fact, democracy is beautiful. It's more empowering and freeing than any other regime. But China was able to turn around its poverty level from 66% of its population to 2% of its population within the span of 25, 30 years. And it did it without a democracy. So let us stop looking down on ourselves. Let us pick up the baton and do what we need to do. Stop giving excuses for our backwardness. We need to begin to understand that we have our faculties in place. We have knowledge, we have experts, we have expertise, and we have access even if we don't have the expertise. Is it money? We have what it is that can be converted to money. Is it access? We have. Is it people? We have. I understand that about half of the youth population of the world resides here in Africa. In Nigeria, for example, 41% of the individuals that reside here in Nigeria are 14 years and below. Can you believe it? We are the youngest continent in the whole world. So what do you think will happen over the next 50 years, over the next 60 years? This young population is going to occupy the largest positions everywhere, and nobody will be able to ignore this continent. So please stop putting down this continent's work and stop putting yourself down in the journey that you are on. Stop putting down because you're accepting another person's narrative. Chimamanda said to us that too many times we accept a single story. I have chosen to accept multiple stories about the same Africa. While I'm facing the realities, I'm also dreaming and conceiving an Africa where things fall in place and we are ready for that greatness that is due us. Think about it and get yourself ready. Get your organization ready. Get your mind ready. Get your family ready. Get yourself ready for an explosion. Because when an explosion happens and you miss that train, you're going to keep playing catch up. You're going to keep playing catch up. You're going to keep trying to catch up with the train, and good enough, it will wait for you at a point in time, but you would have missed all of the juicy spots. So please, stop condemning yourself, stop putting yourself down, stop putting Africa down, and rise up right now and do the needful with your own contribution to Africa rising.